I'm a 25-year-old millionaire. In this video, I want to explain to you why I own nothing. Now, I may not be Alex Becker with the most woke empty house billionaire guru on YouTube, but I may be the minimalist millionaire, entrepreneur, producer, produce, mix, smash it, engineer by Mitch. If you don't know, I make my own beats just like this. But the reason I'm making this video is because I don't own anything in my house. But look, as an entrepreneur that's made over $4 million over the past 4 years, one thing that I can tell you is that the more stuff you add to your lifestyle, the more you think about that thing, and the more it takes you away from the main thing that got you to where you are. And so when you're first starting out, you start to have ambitions of, buying a fancy car or getting the house or getting a penthouse, whatever the case may be. And that's fine. I had those ambitions as well. When I was 21, I moved into my own penthouse, but I kept everything very minimal so I could focus on the main thing, which is on my work and my craft and mastering that. And so what I see a lot of entrepreneurs do is once they start making money, they start buying a fancy whip, they start buying these things, they start attracting and collecting material things, which takes them away from the main thing. And then what happens is they get into what I call lifestyle creep, where their lifestyle and their expenses keep going up and the things that demand of them start accumulating, and it takes their mental capacity and their mental bandwidth away. And again, it takes them away from the main thing that got them to where they are. And so when you start making money, it's natural you're gonna wanna go and spend it. It's natural you're gonna wanna do it. But I will tell you this, what's been most beneficial for me is just keeping everything very minimal. And literally the only thing I own right now is a bed and a desk, okay? And all I do is I work on my business, I help people scale their businesses, and I make beats from the same office. So I have basically a bed and a desk, and I wake up, I go to work, and I do the work necessary to get me closer to my goals. And I work on my body, I work on my mind every single day. And one of the biggest entrepreneur superpowers that you can possess is the ability to focus. I see so many times where entrepreneurs that get off the rails and they start utilizing the things in their lifestyle that they've accumulated and they brought in that takes them out of the focus, right? When you have a car, what's gonna happen? You're gonna wanna go and drive it, which is cool. Like, I love cars as well, and I'm definitely gonna own a bunch of cars in my lifetime. But the thing is, at a stage of where you're at in your life, especially you're on the come up, you made a couple $1 million, or you haven't made your first $1 million yet, keep everything very minimal, because you're gonna be able to focus. When things are in your environment, you're gonna go see that thing and you're gonna think you gotta go and use that thing, right? It goes to the same thing with things in your fridge, things in your cabinets, right? The biggest thing for me is people always ask me, how do you stay so disciplined? How do you stay and have the self-control to not go out and party or not go out and eat junk food and all this stuff? I'll tell you a hack. When you do not have it in your environment, again, having minimal things in your environment, you're not gonna have the same temptations to go and do that thing. So when I have cookies in my drawer, which I never do, then what's gonna happen? I'm gonna go want and eat that cookie, right? When you have a TV here and you have Netflix subscription, what are you gonna wanna do? You're gonna wanna go and watch Netflix because you wanna use the thing. You wanna maximize the value, and that's one of the biggest flaws, I think, of humans. You think that since you have it, you have to use it, right? Because it's like an opportunity cost. But I will tell you this, if I had a TV here and I had a Netflix subscription that I was paying for, it's not the $700 TV, it's not the $799 subscription to Netflix, it's the opportunity cost of taking me away from the main thing, because my time spending 2 hours there, it's not the cost of the TV, it's the cost of me taking out of my main focus and spending it on things that are not going to make me smarter, wealthier, happier, healthier, and overall more spiritually grounded, so that I can have a clear mind and have clarity in what I'm doing so I can accomplish my vision and my mission. And so that's one of the biggest benefits that I found, is just eliminating things in your environment. You have no other option but to focus on the main thing. So that's why what the biggest hack is, eliminate things in your environment. That's the key. Elimination over addition. So you want to eliminate as much as you possibly can so you can focus on the main thing at hand. So literally all I have in my room is my bed and my desk. And so I got the books up there and a little background for Zoom calls. And then I got the Bible verse, 1 Peter 5:2-4. Go search it up and you'll know why I do what I do. And then I got the painting of Michelangelo. The reason why I love this so much is because God's hand, his figure, is all the way pulled out, and then Adam's hand is kind of contracted, and symbolizes that God is always there for us, and a man can go a whole lifetime without seeking God, but it just takes him to extend his finger and to actually reach out to God, and God is there for him. God is always there for us, and I don't care if you're religious or whatever, But God is always there for you. And so if you just stretch your finger out and you reach out to him, he is there for you. That's also why I love that and why I have it above the Bible verse. Now, another massive reason why I have nothing in my environment, I keep it very minimal, and why you should as well, is because of something called decision fatigue. Now, this is the reason why billionaires wear the same thing every day, why they keep their personal life very minimal, why you see billionaires, they mainly don't own a fuck ton of cars and jets and all this stuff. I mean, obviously, if you're like ultra billionaire, you may have all that stuff. But for the most part, most billionaires, they don't have these things, because if you have more things in your environment, like I was explaining, you're gonna have to make more decisions. If you're making more decisions, you're gonna have less quality decisions. If you're making less quality decisions, you're ultimately gonna be less productive, less efficient, and over time, it's gonna be a downward spiral and a downward effect, a negative effect on your life over time. But on the contrary, if you're only gonna be able to use your mental capacity for making the big key decisions in your life and your business, then you're gonna be able to make higher quality decisions, you're gonna have a higher quality output, and it's gonna have an exponential effect, upward spiral, like a hockey stick over time, because you're compounding on your decisions. So this is one of the massive things that I noticed early on, is that if I have to make less decisions, I can then focus and channel my energy into my work, into the things that I care about, to have a quality output and ultimately, compound over time to make me more successful. And that's literally what I attribute to a lot of my success, is because for the longest time, and from when I lived in Toronto, I just moved to Miami, I had my food on point. So this is another thing. I had my food delivered to my door every single Sunday. So I had meal prep that was actually done by a nutritionist. So I had a high performance coach that would go and he would map out my meals. Then he would order them on this food delivery app. It'd be delivered straight to my door every Sunday. I had meals, 10 meals, 2 a day. I'd fast in the morning and I'd have 2 meals entire week. Literally, I didn't have to think about food. So that's another decision. So now you think about this, how many decisions you have to make every single day just for food. Because now when I moved to Miami, I don't have this and I need to get it down. Literally this weekend, I'm writing it down. It's actually on my, task list right here. It's to literally get food and habits, everything on point, okay? Because sometimes you can fall out of it. That's totally normal. But it's a matter of how you get back into it. And so when I was in Toronto, I had all this stuff dialed in. I didn't have to think about food. Think about how many times you're thinking about what to eat, right? Then you gotta think about what ingredients you gotta cook, or what to cook. Then how are you gonna cook it? Then you gotta clean up after. And that also just takes so much time, especially if you're doing lunch and dinner. God forbid you're also eating breakfast and not fasting. Then that's 3 meals a day, compounded over a week. Think about how many decisions you're just making in a day just to think about what am I gonna eat, right? And I know the woman out there that's like, oh, what do you wanna eat? And like, I don't know. And then you gotta figure it out, right? Especially if you have a girlfriend or wife, you know how it goes. And so the biggest thing that I found is if you can get that, that's less decisions, right? That goes into the minimalism. Also, when you're on your computer, you wanna have very minimalist setup. So I'll show you what my desktop looks like. Take this principle to everything you do. Like you can see on my screen here, I have nothing on my screen. I literally have some folders, literally nothing. So when I wake up and I go to my desk, I literally just open up my computer. Everything is clean, it's clear, and I don't have any distractions. So I see most entrepreneurs as well, they have like 50 different tabs open, 5 different windows, and it just clogs your mind. I'll just tell you this, the state of your environment, so where you live, if you have a lot of clutter, you have a lot of fucking belongings, that's gonna clog and clutter your mind, okay? Same thing with your desk, right? So I have some notebooks here, but for the most part, I have a pretty clean desk setup. Even my desktop I have nothing on it. And so when you have less things, you're able to focus more on the main thing and channel it into your craft. Just think about how can you limit the amount of decisions you make in a day? How can you make things more simple? How can you make things more minimal? How can you eliminate instead of add? People always wanna add. It's more about elimination than addition. So how can you eliminate things in your environment, on your desktop, on your work, on your desk, in your bedroom, in your office, wherever in your household? Think about what are things do you actually need, and then eliminate things that are just causing unnecessary brain capacity that are taking up in your mind. So again, you can free up that brain capacity and that bandwidth to channel it into your main task, and channel it into your business, channel it into your health, channel it into the things that truly matter, into your family, into your friends, channel it into these things, and you're gonna have a much higher quality of life because these things are just materialistic. Now, eventually, do I wanna have a couple whips? Of course. I'm a young guy, I do definitely wanna have a couple whips just to experience it, but right now, Over the past 5 years, the last car I owned was a 2007 manual Honda Civic. I haven't owned a car since. I don't even own a car. People were asking me, why don't you own a car and all this stuff for the past few years. I've had inclinations, I've had temptations. I wanted to buy a C63 AMG. I kind of want an AMG GTR right now, but I'm just refraining myself and I'm like, is that really gonna take me away from the main thing? Because again, when you have these things, you're gonna wanna go and use them. Same with the things with the TV or Netflix. But the actual cost of it is not the thing itself, it's the opportunity cost taking you away from the main thing, because when you own it, you're gonna wanna go and use it. But when you don't have it, you then don't think about it. And when you don't think about it, your mind is clear and then you can focus it on the main thing. I love my Saturday mornings because when I wake up, I work out, I go for a walk, I come home, and then I have a muffin, I got a banana, I got a protein shake, and then I do like that because around like 12, I also film my videos. So about between 10 to 12, I usually film my videos, and then go for a swim. I'm gonna take you guys with me to the pool because it's amazing. And that's why I love Saturdays, because I do work, but I make it fun. And I think that you should make your work fun. And if it's not, think about how you can do what you love to do while you do it. But I wanna show you guys the pool. So that's the pool down there, going for a little swim. That's like Miami Brickell. And this is, oh yeah, this is the other thing I own, 2 chairs. 2 chairs, that's about it. And we got a balcony here. I usually go for a walk over there in the mornings to that park. Got the boats and the yachts out, but I'll see you guys at the pool.
Double up, 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. That money.
Just finished in the pool, and I'll see you on the tripod. So one thing I love about making music is that whatever mood I'm in, I can make any type of beat that I want. So very versatile. I can make like dance hall, I can make like 90s boom bap type beats, I can make like Lil Baby trap type beats, I make Drake type beats, I can make like drill beats like Pop Smoke. I don't know, I just love all types of music, and so whatever mood I'm in, I've learned to like the drum patterns, I've learned all that stuff, so when I come in here, I figure out what I want to make. This is a drill beat, a Pop Smoke type beat. I personally like it, some people don't like it, it's pretty aggressive, but And as an entrepreneur, it's critical that you eliminate, right? You do less, not more. And especially as you start to scale, once you go from like 10K a month, you go to 50K, 100K a month, the more you scale, the actually less you do, and the more you work on your business, and then more importantly, working on yourself in terms of getting your environment on point, getting the things out of your environment that are deterrents from your main vision, your main mission, putting things in your environment that are gonna promote it. Again, the TV is not the cost, it's the opportunity cost of you watching the TV, which actually costs you a lot more money. And so as an entrepreneur, you always have to be aware of these things and then be able to channel your energy, your effort, and your attention into the main areas. Eliminating social media, having less apps on your phone, and be able to channel that into the main revenue generating activities that are actually gonna build and scale your business. And so I wanted to share this with you. So I have this program here called Elite Performance. So I have 3 programs. I have Enterprise Elite, which is basically how to go from 10K a month to 100K per month using systems, YouTube ads, and remote sales teams. And then we have the Mastermind, which basically helps you go past $1 million a year and really just, generate more profit, get around in a higher level of service, and just get in front of more higher level entrepreneurs and just get a higher touch. And then I have this one here, which is Elite Performance for Entrepreneurs. Now, this one, I'm gonna link it below. It's 99 bucks. I was gonna make it free, but I know people that pay attention. And so this is all of the mindset, the stuff that you need to have in place if you wanna really scale. And one of the ones that I have here is called Optimal Efficiency, which is exactly what I was talking about in terms of like decisions and what I call effect amplifiers. I'll pull this up and show you. The main thing that you wanna understand is that you wanna do the hard thing now, and then you're going to have a big upside future, which is this. So you're gonna be a downside in the short term, but over time, it's gonna be a exponential growth curve on the other end. And so you wanna do the hard things now, but if you do the easy thing now, you're gonna have a big downside in the future. And there's always time and cause and effect, right? And so cause feeds back into the effect, which feeds back into the cause, which feeds back into the effect. and there's second, third, fourth, fifth order consequences that has this exponential effect on your life. So what you need to focus on is doing the hard thing now, eliminating things in your environment, minimizing what you're actually doing in your day-to-day of the business, and focusing all the things on the hard things that are going to actually move you forward. And over a period of time, you're going to then have this exponential growth curve. And again, it's not just cause and effect, but it amplifies and has this circular motion, which has this feedback loop that has exponential effects on your life. And so I talk a lot more about effect amplifiers in that program as well. And then this is where we were talking about earlier, which is maximizing decisions and reducing decision fatigue. Decision fatigue is the more decisions you make in a day, the lower quality decisions you tend to make as the brain power and eventually wears out your brain and you start looking for shortcuts. And so what you want to do is like, you want to just lay on the couch, zone out, go, to the store, do anything and everything, watch YouTube, scroll Instagram, whatever the case may be. And you have to understand that there's a tail on the decision. So that's the amount of juice you get out of the decision before you have to make it again. This is also something that most people don't understand is you have short tail decisions and you have long tail decisions. So short tail decisions these are the decisions that you have to make frequently. So when you're hungry, you can spend 1 hour to get food and it'll last you 6 hours before you're hungry again. Again, the tail length is 6 hours. And again, long tail decisions, these are decisions that you make one time and they last weeks, months, even years. For example, I'm hungry. You can spend 1 hour and order food for a week, right? That has 7 days, or you can hire a chef to cook the food for years, right? And that is 2+ years long tail effect. What you want to understand, and this is what I was saying earlier, like when I was in Toronto, I had someone cooking my food for me. So I made that decision one time, and then I had a high performance coach, which in this high performance program, I put everything I learned from him in here. So I paid him a lot of money to learn this stuff. And so it helps you with the sleep optimization, literally everything, mindset, sales mindset as well, how to become a better closer, how to actually sell better over the phone. It helps you to optimize your environment, helps you to hire a chef, hire a meal planner, whatever the case may be. I detail it in this program in extreme detail, okay? So I highly, highly recommend that you check it out. Again, I made it basically free. It's 99 bucks. Go get it. If you're an entrepreneur, it'll change your life. But that's not the reason why I'm making this video. The reason why I'm making this video is because you have to understand decisions. What can you do? Think about this whenever you have to make a decision. What can I do now that if I make this decision, I don't have to make subsequent decisions until a later point in time? Again, most people think when I'm hungry, they order Uber Eats or they have to cook some food. Then another 6 hours goes by, you gotta eat another meal, then you gotta do this over and over and over again. And so the decisions, most people have very, very short attention spans and decision spans where they make a decision, you gotta make another one in another 20 minutes or like 2 days. It doesn't have a long tail effect. So you have to think about that. Think about decisions in short tail and long tail. And that goes into having a minimalist lifestyle. And that's why I do, because I try to make decisions one time that lasts years, months, weeks, whatever the case may be, but I try to maximize that decision so I don't have to make it again. Right? And so right now I'm actually in the process of hiring a chef and a cleaner. That's another thing, cleaning, right? Cleaning takes time. So in Toronto, I had a cleaner as well. They should come in every Wednesday, boom, like clockwork. She would just clean everything, do my laundry, everything. You don't have to worry about it. Again, I show you how to find someone in the program as well for that, okay? And again, if you're below $1 million a year, this is really what you need to master, is all of these things, because it's gonna free up your time and energy to devote into the main thing and growing your business to $1 million+ a year, okay? So I'm gonna link Elite Performance for Entrepreneurs in the description if you wanna check it out. Again, it's just 99 bucks. And look, this is not a money maker for me. I have other programs and services and things that we do as well, and I have other companies that I run. So this is not a money maker for me, but this is for you. And again, I wanted to make it very affordable so you can get it and try it out, because it's gonna change your life. Now, to give you a little sample of this program, I'm gonna link a video right here called How to Structure Your Life. It's pretty long, but it's gonna show you how to structure your life, how to structure your habits, routines, and get your focus and channel your energy into the main things. And it's gonna show you how to structure your life so that you can maximize success and you can have the right habits and everything so you can go out and succeed. And so that's actually the first video here in the program called Structure Formation. I'm going to link it right here so you can go check it out. And I'll also link it in the description. And again, you can get a little taste of it. And if you wanna get the full program, again, you can go ahead and I'll drop that in the description as well. So hopefully you found massive value in this video. And I want to show you inside of my life and my Minimalist Millionaire producer, mix master, engineer, written by Mitch, and just show you inside of my life. And so if you liked it, hit the like button, comment below what you found valuable, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.